In this video, you're going to learn how to use cruise control inside of the Honda Passport. There are two different types of cruise control inside the vehicle. There's normal cruise, so your old school cruise, and then there's the adaptive cruise control system. The difference is that the normal cruise control system, you set your speed at, let's say, 60. If the car in front of you slows down, yours will not brake. So you just have to hit the brake pedal or cancel to resume your previously set speed afterwards. You have to do that yourself. Versus the adaptive cruise control is more of a set it and forget it cruise. So you set it at, let's say, 60. The car in front of you slows down, yours will automatically brake. They change lanes, you change lanes, it'll pick you back up to your previously set speed. In order to actually use the cruise control system, it's done with the buttons along the outside here. So you can toggle the system on off this way. You can see in the cluster screen there that the cruise control system's enabled. From there, as you go to drive, you'd push down to set your speed, with your initial speed having to be about 30 kilometers an hour, so about 20-ish miles per hour. Once you have your speed set, you can increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. You can push and hold up or push and hold down in order to increase, decrease at larger increments. You can hit the brake pedal to cancel, pause your speed. You can hit the cancel button there in order to cancel, pause your speed. And then you push up in order to resume your previously set speed. Now I mentioned the two different types of cruise. So if you take your gap adjustment button here, if you push and hold it, that changes you between either regular cruise or ACC, which is the adaptive cruise control system. So that is the adaptive or set it and forget it cruise. The regular cruise works the same way. So you'd set your speed, increase, decrease. But when you get into the adaptive, that's where it's then based off of this gap adjustment. So how close or far are you away from being in front of the vehicle in front of you? I'm okay level 1 most of the time, but depending on your reaction speed, you might want to be on 2, 3, or 4, just depending on your own personal preference. So I play around with the distances there until you find something that's perfect for you. There's also this little feller. So this one, your lane markings there with a steering wheel in the middle. So that one there, when the vehicle recognizes the lane markings, you'll notice that they go green inside of the cluster screen in the middle. The car's not self-driving, but if the vehicle recognizes those lane markings, it's going to keep you perfectly balanced in your lane. It can take you around bends and things like that. If you lightly grip the steering wheel, you'll notice that the car is turning and following the lane for you automatically. It is a phenomenal system. Like I said, not self-driving, because after about 10 seconds or so, you get a message inside of the cluster screen letting you know that steering is required. So you do have to put your hands back on the steering wheel. But let's go for a little live drive right now, and I'll show you how this process actually works. You can use the adaptive cruise control system on regular city streets, highways, interstates, etc. And it does have some stop and go functionality. So it can bring you right down to a complete stop as well. All right, here we go. So you'd initially toggle the system on by pushing the button on the top left. You then push down to set your speed. But I'm on a 50 road, so I can increase or decrease one at a time, or push and hold up to increase, decrease at larger increments. I'm coming up to a red light right now, so this is actually perfect. If there's nobody in front of you at a red light, you have to brake yourself. So it doesn't have the red light recognition from that perspective. It's not a Tesla, so it doesn't have full self-driving. From there, you just have to push up in order to resume your previously set speed again. But again, in a nutshell, we've got our button here to turn it on or off. You then set your speed by pushing down, increase, decrease, 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. So as you go to increase here, I'd push up to resume my speed. If it's not speeding up fast enough, I can hit the gas pedal in order to speed up a little bit quicker. And right now the lane markings are green, so it recognizes those markings. So, like I said, hands off the steering wheel for up to 10 seconds. Yeah, it's forgotten those before you get a message inside of the cluster screen there instead. As I mentioned, if there's no car in front of you, when you come to a red light, you do have to manually brake yourself. You can hit the cancel button in order to brake, and then you push up in order to resume your previously set speed there as well. Then you've also got your lane center button along the bottom right-hand side of the steering wheel there as well. So the system itself is relatively easy to use. If you want full walkthroughs though, you want to know how to use all the different steering wheel buttons, go through the cluster screen or the infotainment system, you'll find full walkthroughs down in the description of this video. But as I mentioned, the other thing that I'm going to point out here with the cruise control system is the stop and go capabilities. So if there's a vehicle that's stopped in front of you, it'll actually slow you down and bring you down to a complete stop. And then you can resume your previously set speed from there automatically. After a few seconds of being stopped, what's going to happen is the vehicle might prompt you to push up to resume, or you might have to hit the accelerator pedal instead. You've got your gap adjustment here, but you'll see here, it's starting to slow the vehicle down and can bring you right down to a full and complete stop. Boom. Nice and simple. But from here, yeah, you've got stop now, so then you have to push up in order to resume your previously set speed. And here we go. As I mentioned, if you want full walkthroughs of all the different steering wheel buttons going through the cluster or the infotainment, you'll find full walkthroughs down in the description. But that's how you use the cruise control system inside of the Honda Passport.